Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to our chamber chat. It's actually our last chamber chat of 2020. Crazy to think about, but really excited for the new year. And thank you so much for joining us to the team at DLZ. We are so excited to have not one, not two, but three of you. I think this is our largest chamber chat that we've had so far this year. So welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we have three of you on board, but I know that your company as a whole is much larger than that. You have over 700 staff members here in Northeastern Ohio, right?
Company-wide.
Company-wide. That's amazing. Well, we're excited to chat with you, learn a little bit more about you. So how about we start with some introductions? Tom, do you want to lead things off?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Tom Hessler. I'm the Director of Water Practice for DLZ in Northeast Ohio. And I currently oversee about 10 people in my group here. We basically do work involved with sanitary sewers, water main replacements, any municipal type work. Also, we do quite a bit of work for the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District. And we're currently working on the $220 million shoreline tunnel, which is a 23-foot large diameter sewer tunnel that will prevent overflows to Lake Erie, which is a benefit for us. So very excited to work on that.
Yeah, that sounds like a little job you have going on.
Yeah, it's a small one. Yeah.
Sounds good. Dan, please introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, my name is Dan Euler. I'm the Field Services Department Manager up here in the Cleveland office. And basically, our group provides construction inspectors for projects that Tom's group designs and our roadway group designs. And we actually have a project going on in Rocky River right now. The signal lighting project on Center Ridge. You saw the curb ramps get tore up in October and November. So we were inspecting that project. And then next spring, we're going to come back and oversee as the contractor upgrades the traffic lights. So
that's awesome. Well, I'm glad we have a Rocky River bond already. That's fantastic. Awesome. And welcome to, last but not least, Jesenia. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do with DLZ.
So I'm Jesenia Medina. I am business development for the Cleveland office in Akron. So I'm Northeast Ohio. I cover about 22 counties in general. And I'm responsible for bringing leads to my guys here and to others in the company as far as projects that are coming up down the line and kind of tracking them and making sure that we're on top of things before they come out for us to submit on them.
That's awesome. And we got to meet you way back when at our golf outing this past August.
Yes, that was really nice to go to that.
It was
a lot of fun
to be in person.
I won things.
I won things. You did. You and your team were the top foursome for the women's division. So congrats again for that. But we were so glad you could join us for that. We are so glad that DLZ recently joined the chamber. You guys are December new members, and we look forward to getting to see you again in person, hopefully all of you very soon. How about we start off with just some basic information about the company?
So DLZ is a minority family-owned architectural and engineering company. We have 26 offices throughout the Great Lakes area, so we're pretty well spread in just within the Great Lakes, and we have multiple divisions: transportation, water with Tom, field services. We have support services such as survey, geotechnical, drilling. And we do a lot of cross-functioning teaming, I guess. We work across offices. We have a lot of projects in Northeast Ohio. We've been here for over 100 years, right, Tom?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
With through acquisitions, different companies, but DLZ is just a conglomerate of different companies that have been acquired throughout the years. We are a small business, not small business, we're minority-owned business with Cleveland and Cuyahoga County. Mm-hmm. And we're a diverse group. We're a fun group. We work hard, and we like to service our clients and do our best job on our projects. And we continue to grow. We have new guys coming in, new engineers. We're expanding services in some of the offices also, and we just continue to grow. And hopefully, we'll be able to be around for more years to come.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Tom. I understand you have maybe the longest history with the organization of everyone on the call.
Yeah, I think it shows, doesn't it? I've been here for almost 30 years.
30 years, I think that's awesome.
Started, it seemed like yesterday in '93. I used to work for Cocos and Construction, so I had a background in field engineering prior to that. And what's really cool about DLZ is it gave me an opportunity to try to do different engineering branches as we grew together as an organization. So in this office here, we were, we worked on sewer tunnels, we worked on transportation projects. One of my favorite jobs over the years has been the working in the metro parks over in the Ohio and Erie Reservation. We designed all the trails and bridges that run through just south of Cleveland into Independence. So that was kind of a fun job. But just all kinds of different interesting things that we're doing, and it's been a fun ride and very interesting too, because it's been so diverse and opportunities to work on different things. So really
that does sound awesome. Wait, can you tell us more about that project with the Metro Parks, or isn't there an exciting or really interesting project you can share with us?
Well, the Metro Parks project is fun because I'm sure people in Rocky River can relate to that, because we've also Dan's group, not to take his thunder, but we do the channel cleaning over by the yacht club down in the Rocky River, the mouth of the Rocky River there. So
Emerald Necklace.
Yeah. So that's kind of fun. So we can relate to that. Talking about sewers isn't very exciting to most people, but I guess we're the first people you yell at when things don't go right. So we definitely are, very in tune with all the Project Clean Lake stuff that the district is doing. So, anytime you see a work site, currently there's a job that they're doing on the west side near Edgewater Park that's going to clean up Edgewater quite a bit. So all these overflows you hear about, Huntington Beach getting closed, those are going to all be hopefully things of the past here in the next 5 years. So that is
music to our ears in Rocky River.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, if you want to have a legacy, one thing I always wanted to do was make sure that we left the place in better shape that we started. That's a great thing about engineering.
I think that is so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. So Dan, it sounds like a lot of work here in Rocky River.
Well, yeah, we've had, like Tom mentioned, the dredging project, which was actually through the Cleveland Metro Parks. We've had it the past 3 years, and it's basically just a week before fishing season starts that they hire a contractor. They go out and we've done it in 2 locations, Emerald Necklace and then down by the Rocky River Yacht Club. And what they do is they put they get a barge, they put an excavator on the barge, and they actually go down and scoop out the sediment.
Yep, he froze.
Oh no, we froze on sediment. Okay.
We can still hear each other, I think.
Oh,
Dan, you bad?
It's the lead walls of this old building that we're in. But,
so wait, you were scooping out the sediment.
Yeah, so we just take it, we scoop it out, we put it on a barge, and we take it out to Lake Erie and dump it. And we make the river deeper, or not deeper, but as it was before all the runoff came from downstream. So then boats can come through. So those are some really neat projects to see, because you don't really see a machine out on the river too often. So that's pretty neat. We also do water main installations. We inspect those. We do a lot of work for ODOT, a lot of roadway work. So chances are, if you see someone out in a construction safety vest, that's the type of project that we inspect. So
that's awesome. Well, we have so much to be thankful for, especially like down by the water, like you both mentioned. I think we are all so grateful to be right on the lake and Rocky River, to keep it clean and beautiful. That's awesome. So thank you very much for all of that. Jesenia, so you mentioned you work with Dan and Tom because you send them, I guess like projects to work on, but can you share a little bit more about that?
I meet with the clients regularly. I do a lot of research and try to find opportunities for us to submit on. So the guys are very involved with preparing the proposals, and there's a whole team of people that help us with that as well. So it's all a collaboration between the technical staff, which is Tom and Dan, our marketing coordinators that help put everything together, the package. And then I help also review and give some insight on what the clients likes and dislikes are. How do we need to hit the mark with some things just to make sure that we have a winning proposal. And so it's just an overall effort of coordination and kind of keeping everybody in the know what's coming down the pipeline. So we try to stay ahead of what's coming for transportation, water, field services, and start coordinating efforts early in the process so we're prepared when the RFQ, which is the request for proposal, comes out. So it's just a year, throughout the year, we were constantly talking and meeting, and I also coordinate meetings with clients so we can put some of the technical staff in front of them and some questions about projects that they have. So once the project is on their hands, I think my job is more of a follow-up when I see the clients. So I have a little bit of background noise going on. So just to see how we're doing, get feedback from them, and but after the project's in their hands, they take it on, and it's them and their teams that continue working with the client directly on that. So
that's awesome. Well, teamwork makes the dream work. I think you guys have awesome team there. Thanks for explaining so much about the technical side of things and all the projects you guys have going on. I think it all sounds awesome. What about the fun stuff though, right?
Well, you mentioned golf already. That's one of the
right. Well, you're all three golfers, aren't you?
Yeah, that definitely has carried us through the closures of the offices and things. At least golf, you can stay away from everybody and enjoy yourself outside. So that was a nice thing.
That's good. Wait, with the closings, how has the pandemic maybe impacted each of your roles?
I could go first. When we, along with everybody else back in March when everything got shut down, we were basically in our basements or trying to figure out how to keep production staff working, and that was very difficult because a lot of the work that we do is CAD drawings and needing high-powered computers to be able to generate plans and keep revenues flowing and keeping deadlines with the clients. And it was kind of scary in the first couple of months because we didn't know what was going to happen, especially were clients going to start pulling back and holding up and waiting to see what happens to revenue. And fortunately, everything kind of went pretty seamless. I think, besides a glitch or two with Zoom or whatever that happens all the time with everybody.
Tell me about it.
we actually found out that meetings were more efficient and that you could share screens. And in some ways, you find out that you don't need all the office space that you think you do. And I think a lot of corporations are finding that out. And we're actually moving. We bought a historic mansion, and we're going to be moving to the Near East in Midtown over here on 40th Street in downtown area, Midtown area, just east of downtown. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, that is going to be like our space is going to be probably cut in half because so there will be people needing to take some time working out of the house if they'd like to. So it's kind of an interesting new dynamic.
I think having some kind of open house at the mansion sounds like an awesome idea that I would love to be invited to.
We're definitely planning that. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So. We need to wait for this whole pandemic thing to be over so we can
do
a nice.
We'll have a nice deck out back. That'll be nice.
That is so great, and I know. Well, how would anyone else have anything to add about how the pandemic has impacted their maybe day-to-day roles or projects?
Well, maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
I was going to say that the kind of ironic thing is for the construction group, it really didn't affect us at all because all the projects were deemed essential, so they all kept working. So even when everyone shut down, we had to carry around a little piece of paper in our car that said we were essential workers, and we had to show up to the site. We had to wear, masks and our usual PPE. But as long as those projects were already funded, so they were already good to go. But I think entering 2021, we're going to see maybe some hiccups of projects that weren't funded, and now it's hard to get money. But as far as how it affected the group, it was kind of business as usual. It was really strange to see everything happening and not really be affected by it. So
that would be bizarre. I can definitely see that. Jesenia?
Well, all my meetings went virtual. I'm sorry, not virtual. And it was hard at the beginning. The first few months, it was hard to get face-to-face meetings with the clients. I think as the pandemic evolved, people became a little bit more comfortable or maybe just tired of the virtual meetings in general. And they were trying to do what they could to accommodate the in-person meetings. So it was a switch. DLC did a great job at transitioning everybody into the virtual setting. And the first few months, it was a little slow because a lot of people were trying to figure things out still, especially in the public sector and some of our clients. So I switched to some of my other skills. So I started helping with translations for some of our submissions in other places. And we're trying to do some work out in Costa Rica, by the way. I don't know. Is that a secret? That's not a secret, isn't it? Anymore. No, but yeah, we've been trying to expand international if we can. And so I did some translations and I help out with additional proposal efforts. And I have a background in drafting, but none of the guys wanted to give me any work because they needed to keep their guys busy at that point. So I didn't jump on the cat wagon, but I jumped on other things just to make sure that we could all pitch in and help out in different areas and stay busy for the first few months. And then things kind of taper after that, and I started doing more meetings virtually with the clients. So it picked up again a little bit, and some in person as well. So
sure. Well, that is awesome. Well, I am so glad we get to talk about the technical side of what all of you guys do, but we want to get to know you a little bit since you guys are new members. So if we know you're all golfers, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously all work for DLZ, but how about you share maybe one fun hobby that each of you have, or something that you're looking forward to even post-pandemic with us, just so we can get to know you a little bit. Tom, do you want to start?
Sure. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but I'm actually a lead singer in a hard rock band that plays around locally in Northeast Ohio.
What is the name of your band?
DT and the Shake. We played locally in Avon Lake. Most of the time, it tends to be down more toward the Akron area.
Yeah.
We played around the corner.
We did play around the corner. Yeah, that was in the previous band I was in. That was kind of neat in Lakewood for Mickey over there. And so just that keeps me busy. Obviously, we haven't done anything with that since we played one time in Stowe over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was just when the pandemic was kind of cooling down a little bit during the summer. And there were 200 people there.
Oh my goodness.
The first time I'd been out of the house since March, and it's a little freaky, I had to say, but it was a great time. Called a COVID fest, but I don't think I don't know what the ramifications of that show was, but
oh my god,
things went really well. That's kind of fun. So we do that once a month, and we'll be back up at it here, hopefully in the middle of the summer here. So
yeah, hopefully you can play on the back patio of the new mansion.
That would be sweet. Yeah. I never thought that we could have a little DLZ fest. Yeah.
That exact DLZ fest. I like it. I hope I'm invited.
Is everybody in the band an engineer? I couldn't remember. Or they're somehow technically linked to each other.
Yeah. Two guys are engineers that work for the state, and the other guy happens to run a recycling business out of Akron. We practice at his place, and it's pretty sweet. He must be doing very well. So,
well, that is awesome.
And everything is really cool. So.
That's very fun. Hopefully we get to hear you guys really soon. Dan, what about you? Any fun hobbies to share?
Once upon a time, yes, I used to be very fun, but now aside from golf, my two little girls just occupy my entire life. So I have no time to do anything. We take them out to dinner. My wife and I actually lived in Rocky River. We got married in Rocky River and had our first girl there. So we're very familiar, Rocky River Brewing Company, Market, Wine Bar. We love that whole place. So we are very frequently taking them out there still. They do very good at restaurants. So we're always out there. And but other than that, we're very outdoorsy. We love going to the beach. We love going on just walks and sitting on patios. So anything to, get us out of the house, we're up for it. So
yeah, that's awesome. Jesenia, what about you?
I like to entertain. I like to have my summer deck meals and cigars with my friends. And I have to invite this to one day. But yeah, it's usually a small group of us, and we sit on our deck, my deck, which my boyfriend built. I have to plug that in. He did it all on his own, and he did an excellent job. Everybody loves our deck. So yeah, entertaining, hanging out with my girls, especially my youngest one. She's 17. And I like having fun in my car. which got me in trouble the other day. But
Well,
speed demon here sometimes.
oh,
But yeah,
no.
I like my car and I like having fun, and it's my relaxing vessel now for during this pandemic. So.
Mhm. Well, that is awesome. I know that you guys have done a great job just staying connected through, like, socially through DLZ, right? You guys have virtual hours there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we try to hold them as often as we can. A couple of us will have lunch here once in a while
Yeah.
in a safe environment. With all the restaurants have taken all the precautions, but yeah, we haven't been in the office together as a group in a while. And we used to have our typical Cinco de Mayo lunches and our Christmas lunch and dinners, and all that has been canceled, unfortunately. So we try to at least stay connected through some of the virtual happy hours that we do. So,
Well, hopefully we get to be in happy hour soon. All of
yeah, that'll be great.
We can't wait to be back in person for our events at the Chamber, and we look forward to having you guys there. Hopefully you can all make it when that day comes. But in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for all the information you guys shared. We are excited to have you as a new member, and like I said, meet you someday soon. But Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Of course. Thank you for everything. I will tag your guys' company in the comments here so they can reach out to you and get more information on any of those awesome projects, or just to learn more about DLZ Ohio and what you guys all do.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
No
Thanks.
problem. Have a great day. I can't wait to hear your band, Tom.
Oh, thanks.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.